If God feels quiet right now, you are not alone. There are moments in life when the silence feels heavier than the noise, moments when you pray and nothing seems to change, moments when you wait and the answers do not come. And in those moments, it can feel as though God has stepped back, as if he is distant or no longer listening. But silence does not mean absence. Very often, the most important work happens quietly. There are seasons when growth is not loud, seasons when progress is not visible, seasons when nothing seems to move on the surface, yet everything is being prepared underneath. If you are in a season of waiting, this is not a punishment. It is not a delay without purpose, and it is not a sign that you have been forgotten. Some of the deepest transformations happen in silence. Think about how roots grow. They grow underground, unseen, unnoticed, and uncelebrated. No one applauds the process. No one sees the progress day by day. Yet without those roots, nothing above the surface could ever stand. In the same way, when God feels quiet, he may be strengthening you where no one else can see. This season may be forming patience in you. It may be shaping your character. It may be teaching you to trust without having all the details. Or it may simply be inviting you to slow down and listen in a different way. Waiting is uncomfortable. Silence can feel unsettling. Uncertainty can make the heart feel tired. You may be carrying questions that do not yet have answers. You may be holding prayers that feel unanswered. You may be wondering if you are behind in life, or if you missed something important, or if you made the wrong decision. But waiting does not mean you are late, and silence does not mean you are lost. There are many moments in life when clarity only comes after patience, when understanding only comes after endurance, and when peace only arrives once we stop fighting the process. You do not need to force answers today. You do not need to rush what is still forming. And you do not need to carry tomorrow's worries into this moment. If God feels quiet, it may be because he is inviting you to rest rather than rush, to breathe rather than strive, to trust rather than control. This season may not look the way you expected. It may not move at the pace you hoped for. And it may not give you the reassurance you were asking for. But it is not empty. There is purpose even here. There is meaning even now. And there is growth happening, even if you cannot see it yet. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. And you are not alone in this waiting. Sometimes God speaks most clearly through peace rather than answers, through presence rather than explanations, through stillness rather than noise. It is in the quiet that the heart learns to listen. It is in the waiting that faith is strengthened, and it is in the silence that trust is often refined. If you feel tired today, allow yourself to rest. If your mind feels overwhelmed, let it slow down. You do not need to have everything figured out right now. You do not need to solve every problem today. And you do not need to rush the season you are in. This moment is enough. Take a slow breath in and gently let it go. Release the tension you have been carrying. Release the pressure to have answers. Release the fear of being behind. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment, even if it does not feel that way. Even if the silence feels uncomfortable. Even if the waiting feels longer than you expected. There is strength being built in you right now. There is wisdom being formed. There is clarity taking shape, even if it has not surfaced yet. You do not need to see the full picture to trust the process. Sometimes the most meaningful work God does in us happens when no one is watching, when nothing is changing outwardly, and when the only thing growing is the heart. So stay here for a moment. Allow yourself to be still. Let the noise of the day fade away. Let the music that follows carry you into rest. Let it support what words no longer need to explain. Let it be a space where you do not have to think, decide, or worry. Just remain, breathe slowly, and rest in God's presence. As this moment begins to settle, there is nothing more you need to do. You have listened, you have reflected, and now you are allowed to rest. So often life asks us to keep going, to keep thinking, to keep deciding, to keep carrying weight long after the day should have ended. But this moment is different. This is a moment to release what has been heavy, to loosen your grip on what you cannot control, and to allow your heart to be still without needing to understand everything. You do not need to replay every conversation. You do not need to solve every problem. And you do not need to plan what comes next. For now, it is enough to simply be here. Stillness is not emptiness. Rest is not weakness. And quiet is not wasted time. In quiet moments like this, the heart often finds what the mind has been searching for. Peace does not always arrive through answers. Sometimes it arrives through release. If your thoughts begin to wander, gently bring them back. If worries try to return, let them pass without resistance. You do not have to engage with every thought that comes. Breathe slowly, in through your nose, and gently out. Allow your body to soften. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your breathing to become steady. There is no urgency here, no pressure to perform, no expectation to be anything other than present. You are allowed to rest without guilt. You are allowed to pause without explanation. And you are allowed to end the day without having everything resolved. What matters most has already been carried for you, even when you cannot see the outcome, even when the path ahead feels unclear, even when answers feel distant. You are not alone in this moment. Peace is not something you have to chase. It is something you can receive. And right now, you are invited to receive it. Let the stillness hold you. Let the quiet surround you. Let the tension slowly release from places you did not realize were tight. There is nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to fix, and nothing you need to force. Just remain. In a few moments, gentle music will begin to play. Allow it to guide you into rest. Let it carry the weight of the day away from your thoughts. Let it fill the space where words no longer need to exist. Stay with the music as long as you need. There is no rush to move on, no rush to return to noise. This time is for rest, for quiet, for peace. If sleep comes, allow it. If reflection comes, welcome it. If stillness remains, let it be enough. Everything does not have to be resolved tonight. For now, you are safe to rest. Remain here. Breathe slowly, and allow the music to continue where words gently end.